Yo, speaking of which, yo, I think like we're all like different species or something. Because I think like every time I'm around a different a different race of people as a group, they have a different smell to them. I mean, like I was a bunch of Asians sitting in the elevator. And I was like, yo, they smell different, like a different. They shit. I know, like they scent.
Right.
It's not like it's something they put on or it's dirty. It's like no, their natural human scent is different. And same thing with white folks, they shit is different too.
Yeah, they.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, no.
Same thing with Indians, their shit is different too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
all have a difference. But that's just hella random. You know what I mean?
So,
that's something I noticed.
I'm gonna ask a question about that. What do you think that we smell like? This is so weird.
Ebony and mahogany. I don't know.
That's the spoken word.
Yeah.
When it's a whole bunch of chicks around, that's the response you get.
Yeah. I don't think it's like a. I don't think it's like a something nobody could put like can name it. It's just a natural like a pheromone. Like
I mean, if you in the hood,
the
hood tend to smells like
Ebola.
Cat piss.
yeah.
I'm sorry. That's so raw.
But that was just something I probably because I was high and I was in the elevator. You know, I was like, oh shit! Like, yo, they smell totally different.
Motherfuckers don't be washing up, okay?
No, it's not. There's like it wasn't a smell. It was like a scent, like a natural scent. Because I was in the middle, and they all smell like it. I mean,
it's probably something to that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it goes again with what we intake in our bodies releases.
Exactly. Because when you're around a lot of white folks, you smell it. Some people say it's like a wet dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, they actually smell different. It's crazy. Because I got a white homie.
White people smell like that when they tend to like. If you ever play basketball with a bunch of white people, because is when they sweat. Everyone stinks when they sweat, but the motherfuckers people.
It's different. Everybody tries to do with the diet too.
Well, that too. You know what I'm saying? But I believe what you say. Maybe different ethnicities have different sense to them.
Yeah, but yeah, it is kind of weird. But let's get on to Gayle King. It's like it seems like it's the
Gayle
people,
or Gil.
Gayle.
Oh, okay.
The people versus Gayle King versus CBS. Because she's at the CBS.
Oh, she coming at CBS?
Yeah, for taking that part out of context. That was her main argument. But I mean,
how
go ahead.
Take it out of context?
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Good question.
You asked the questions. I mean, what was? I don't get how it was taken out of context.
I mean, I think it was just the whole idea of her really trying to do like I'm not sure if they made it seem like that or she was just like that. You know, originally where it seemed like she was trying to drop the point home of sexual assault and Kobe Bryant. You know,
hold on. I'm sorry, my bad.
No,
I was looking at something on the phone real quick that had me messed up. So you said she brought up Kobe Bryant and
so basically it was, you know, an interview that she had with Lisa Leslie. And I guess they're kind of going through a remembrance of Kobe.
Yeah.
And it seemed like the only part of that interview that was like brought to the light was just her trying to drive this point home about Kobe Bryant and sexual assault.
Oh, she was on her Oprah when Oprah was trying to slam Michael Jackson type shit.
That's what it looks like.
That's the way it was.
You can't say that's what it is. But
what they say,
she's blaming CBS.
Birds of a feather flock together. Oh, but you know they edited it probably that way.
Yeah,
made it look that way.
She still answered those questions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's only so much you can do.
Maybe she should have just asked one question that had something to do with that. Because didn't the girl sleep with the whole team?
He died. He shouldn't even ask that question.
I mean,
give his family some time. That's disrespectful. Like, why are you asking somebody?
He did it though. But if you're gonna bring it up,
he didn't do it. He didn't do it.
But
I thought he did hit.
He hit. It was consensual. She didn't get paid, so she said he raped me.
Right.
Pretty much.
Oh, all right. So that's it. I mean, that's what happened then. So we can bring up that he didn't sexually assault the woman.
But the point that it seemed like Gayle was trying to make was that he did it. So since he did it as his friend,
right?
How are you affected by it?
Yeah. Oh. Okay,
and the masses don't like
that. That's a good. I mean, that's a good point. But like y'all just explained to me, he really didn't sexually assault her. She was a groupie who wanted to get hit, and the whole team ended up hitting.
Right,
and that's what demolished her case in the first place because she had 3 different sperms in it. Right,
yeah.
Right.
She was tricking out. She was tricking out the hotel.
What was you gonna say, Antoine?
I was just saying if it didn't come up like post career or you know what I mean, anytime while he was alive. Why bring it up after he dies and he can't answer those questions anymore?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And the fact like this man has done like I mean cut you off.
No, go ahead, because you go probably go to the same place.
Like outside the court.
Right.
He's won an Oscar.
Stand up.
He's doing a lot of investments in tech that's really paying off. Like we was talking about it last week, how he was on his way to become the next Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
So it's on top of he's coaching his daughter's basketball team, and she was in the making of becoming the next Kobe Bryant for the WNBA. So it's like, out of all of the positive things he's done, why is this still the main focus point of an alleged sexual assault that he was cleared of?
Right.
Yeah, and I don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like the theme of her and Oprah. The whole thing is about you disrespecting people that aren't even here anymore that can't defend themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the part I don't like when it comes to that.
And see, that just goes. My bad, Chris. But see, that just goes to show you when you're working for a network, they're in control. Like she could have been like, you know what, we're gonna push that to the side. We ain't even gonna ask that question.
Right.
Let's just get on to like the bigger fish. But it seemed like they want to tarnish or bring up this negative energy about them.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, we all know what happened. The case was thrown out because she was on some other shit. There was no sexual assault.
Right.
So even the viewer should just be like, oh man, like this is, here we go again in a nutshell. Like, so what you basically saying, America is against Gail right now for saying that? Or
Black America.
Black America.
But it just goes into my question about it. Like, why do you think Black women are being used in the media to tarnish or tear down the image of positive Black men? Like,
I mean, because if you had white women do it, Black people would be more inclined. Like they I guess they figured like if they sent Black people to do it or Black women to do it, Black people may be more keen to listening to it and falling for it or whatever. Because if you had a white woman doing it, everybody, especially in the Black community, will automatically be in the uproar. I don't think they expected this much of an uproar, especially with everything that's happened over the past few years with Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. So I think they figured with the Michael Jackson thing, I guess they figured we would more likely fall in line and kind of judge Kobe the way we did the other Black male celebrities who've been involved in the sexual assault type cases.
And as of lately, you got there was the Oprah was about to executive produce another documentary on Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons, right? So.
And she pulled out because she said it just wasn't right or something like that.
Coming at her.
But it was just like, what about Harvey Weinstein,
who's on trial right now?
Right.
And the girl testifying about him, he was doing some off the wall stuff.
Do you see this shit he pulling in the media though? All this fake. He getting old with the crutch, with the walker. Ain't nothing wrong with you, bro. You just was running around and shit.
The crazy I'm hearing is that homie ain't even got no genitalia.
Oh,
yeah, that's what she testified.
Yeah, like homie straight alien.
She said he's like intersexed or something. Yeah. He has no testicles.
Oh,
it looks like a vagina down there. That was her testimony.
Oh,
so what is he?
And they actually passed around.
Oh, yeah, pictures.
Yeah, that's what the drug.
Oh, that's what that was.
The naked pictures of him.
Damn.
Oh, ew.
So
that's crazy.
Right. But I think it's a little easier to get some black women to do it because if they're already hurt or they've ever experienced a certain situation with Black men, if they're already coming at an angle,
it's like fuel to the fire.
It's kind of easy, and you're giving me a check too.
I was about to say that. Yeah,
I mean, it's Gail. It's Oprah's wingman. Birds of a feather flock together, and like I said, they're working with these networks. Did y'all see the movie Bombshell?
No,
with the white chick who was putting a dude on blast.
I wanted to see it. It was in my theater too, but I didn't see it.
You got to see it. They show you how this was a true story too. I forgot the woman who got all the money, and the other woman that was way bigger than her that was getting touched by the dude from NBC, or just being sexually
involved.
Yeah, but it seems to me that this happens to all women. And it's crazy. That
it's crazy. I was just thinking that it's crazy. Cause I didn't even interrupt you, but I was listening to something, and Maya was on like a song, on like a Tory Lanez song. I'm thinking like, damn, how come she's not popping no more? I remember watching an interview. She got blackballed because she wasn't giving up that pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, so a lot of women get the blackball if you're not.
Yeah, but see, but guess what?
Mad industries.
Right.
That's really messed. That's fucked
up.
It's like that. It's like that for men too.
Yeah, it is.
Because for men, it's more about other men trying to get with them. Yeah, and it's like if you want the keys to success or whatever, it's like you gotta You got to bend over and put the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, and yo, it's so many people out here that really be living. I know people that told me situations that they had to do. They had to do it.
And you know what's crazy? We all, even on our levels of living, going through life, we've been in situations where we would have to maybe jeopardize what we believe in our morals for something that we think we want at the time. But then you come to think of like, I don't really need this shit. It's not even worth it. And I'm not saying like doing sexual things. It's just more so like just going against your morals of what you believe in.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So I can't imagine, like, I remember I was modeling one time. And it was just like at one point it was just like they wanted us to do certain things, and it was as far as though like just display a can, and it was like with the chicks. And I remember when we was out Cali, and the girl Camille that got me the gig, she was can't. Oh my bad. She cool.
Right.
She didn't feel comfortable being in between the guys a certain way, and and the woman was like, "Well, this is what we do to get what we want," and it was like, wow. And I was at that point, I was just like, I wanted to be the dude with her, but I didn't. At that point, I wasn't really so. Now that I'm listening to this, I'm like, damn, it took me back. That thought, like, for her to say that to my friend was like, damn, like, what have you been through for you to be where you at? And it's like you just gave up on what you believed in, because if you stand your ground
and hurt people. She probably went through it, and now she want to put someone else through it.
Yeah, and and it's fucked up because like even sometimes we might think if we go out, we might see a chick or we go at chicks. And I've seen this shit when I was growing up. I realized, like, why don't guys stay in a bracket? Like, I'm leaving out of Pepper Middle School. I see niggas waiting from Bartram, 12th grade, 11th grade, waiting for the shorties on Delta Ramp. And I was just
fresh
like,
out of 7th grade.
What are they doing? Like, because at some point, they want to be in control.
Yeah,
that control factor is crazy. It's like,
it's not even about age. It's not just about age too. It's about like being out here in the world and you meet somebody you know damn well y'all not on the same level as far as even mentally.
That's what I'm saying. Mentally,
like I've been in a situation where like, yo, I can have a ball in this situation, but I was like, why even put myself in through that? And then eventually hurt her because I already know what's happening, so I'm coming with it. So I was like, yo, but it took me, just to mature. It's like, yo, I ain't trying to do no shit like that.
And that's what I'm saying. I think at some point with everyone, with every human being, male, female, intersex people, aliens, whatever you want to call it, we all have to mature.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just got to bite the bullet and just mature. It's like, we can't keep doing these things that we thinking is cool to get praised for that we don't really want in the long run.
To speak on that, I just want to speak on like the maturity thing real quick. I was thinking about something earlier about how we don't have any more like rites of passage for men and women, and how like
what you talking about, Willis?
How back when we lived in villages.
Okay, all right.
We lived in villages. We all ran our community.
Right.
In order to become a man or step into this world, you know what I'm saying?
You have to do certain things to prove yourself.
Some shit, you know what I mean? And then and through that you learn certain things. You learn self-control. You learn confidence. You learn a lot of different things that's going to help you out in this world. How to hunt, how to provide for yourself. Nowadays we ain't got shit. No. So now it's people out here just going through life, barely making it, and not really,
not going through the right steps.
Not learn certain things, and they're setting themselves up for failure.
I was watching last night. It has probably nothing to do with anything, but it does. Yo, where is like our shows like The Fresh Prince when Dr. Phil, Uncle Phil will always give like his 2 cents on something. It seemed like I watched like 4 episodes back to back last night, right?
Yeah.
And every episode had a meaning to it and a purpose. I mean, of course it does, but just in life though, for the viewer.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Like that on Family Matters too.
See, we live in a pay-for-play society, and back then,
that
was rare to even see that. So that was everybody gravitating towards it and put money into it. You know what I mean? But after a while, we got hooked on. Well, everybody else got hooked on some other black culture. You know what I mean? And that's what's paying, and that's what's making money right now. So that's what they're pushing into, even if it is bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or gonna lead people into the trap. That's that pays the people that actually run it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's popping right now. So that's what they're going to push.
So why do we as black people feel the need to tear each other down as a means to fame and fortune?
Because we have no recollection of our history.
Right.
And that was taken away from us.
Interesting.
So we understand. So now we all think that, we just come from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that we every landmass on this planet we come from. Nobody just comes up out of the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that whole story is different. You know what I mean? But we ran this place and that was taken away from us. So we understood that, and we understood we don't have to fight each other. It's like, even like I experienced this dealing business with somebody was saying Phil with me, and I'm like, yo, like at first he didn't want to like fuck with me because he thought it was competition.
Right.
And like, my nigga, like it's enough money out for everybody. And like, that's our problem. Instead of working together, we feel it's like, oh, I can't work with him because he might do something. Fuck all that. Like let's you know what I mean, work together. Yeah, I mean, come to a more common goal. And I think that's one of the issues. We don't have recollection of our history, and we feel as though the other person is the enemy.
I always like I look back like historically, and I'm talking about from like yesterday on to like 2015.
Right.
So you have people like Gayle King. Now her narrative is another black woman trying to tear down another black man, i.e. Kobe Bryant, right? Then you have the chick with the Me Too movement. Out of that comes Surviving R. Kelly.
Right.
Bill Cosby. His downfall was the cause from Hannibal Buress. So it's like, why is it that it for me it seemed like Hannibal Buress literally his career blew up after this whole Bill Cosby thing came out. Right. He was the front runner for bringing this news out.
Yeah. So
it's like, what's the angle? I know we talked about like you know, it's a power thing, or people just see like just as a quick means to financial security in a sense. But it's just like, why is this like, how can I put this? I'm just trying to think of like the angle of, all right, what are you really getting out of tearing somebody else down that you have nothing to do with?
I mean, you gotta understand, like, they only hurt that way, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can be bought. You know what I'm saying? Again, pay to play society.
Very true.
So if, you know what I'm saying, just like Gayle just got a crazy contract the other day. You know what I'm saying? After the situation. You know what I mean? So it's like
that I didn't know.
So if they're putting money in this stuff and pushing it, you know what I'm saying? That's what the drama sells. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff with Snoop getting clicks, getting views, that's giving people who have blog sites, they're giving them price. They're getting ads now. What's going on? This stuff sells. At the end of the day, it's messed up. That's society we live in.
Go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna say, and just that's the society we live in. So everywhere you look, you hear, you see, is just, I gotta tear you down and come up.
And when I say society, I'm saying about me too. You know what I mean? So we gotta look at each other instead of looking at one another. We gotta look at each other, like look at myself in the mirror, like, yo, what am I doing to contribute to this shit?
And like Mark said earlier, like we're not taking the right. It's not like how it was when your pop put you in the jungle for you to go hunt for yourself. It's like now everything is being brought to you. So it's like no one's getting the right stepping stones, and everyone's narrow minded.
Right.
So they're not looking at the bigger picture.
You just said something. Everybody's not getting the right stepping stones. They're using each other as stepping stones now.
No, that's a good point.
You know, instead of like, you know how you normally, if in order for you to go out and hunt or whatever, you need the proper tools.
Right.
Now it seems like the proper tools are people and their other resources that they may have that you can try to capitalize off of through like deceit.
Right. Or now we just get the template. Instead of we actually physically going through it, we can just see, oh, that's how they do it. We don't actually go through it. Because trauma and difficulties, that builds character, that builds you up.
Absolutely.
I mean, because I was going back to the rites of passion thing, because I was watching a documentary with some how people who go through near-death experiences, they after that, their whole life changed. And I recently went through something like that.
Yeah.
And my whole viewpoint changed. You know what I mean? And I understood, like, damn, like something going through those situations, it's something, the lights, it just clicks on. You know what I mean? And that's something with all of us having within us.
Right.
I mean,
it's interesting. Okay. Now I wanna play the clip with Snoop calling out Gayle.
you want to see it?
Did you see it? Did y'all
Snoop
see
Dogg?
it?
Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
No, I ain't see it.
Okay, just take a listen. Here. Okay. Oh, this is Boosie. Sorry, this is another one. Mm. Well,
well, see, that's what I'm saying. See,
Yeah.
here you got Boosie, but no, but see, this shit plays all around the board.
Yeah, because I don't like one thing I don't like about us as a people is that we don't move on code.
Mm.
And what I mean by that is
Speak more on that.
What I mean by that is how family business shouldn't be made public. We keep that shit in the house. You know what I mean? So if I'm beefing with my brother, my sister, whatever, I keep that shit in the crib. Nobody should know what's going on. We handle it in the house. And this shit right here is corny. You know what I mean? Like I understand that's how you feel, but that shit's corny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the way you know you're angry at those your homie. That ain't social media is not the place, dog. Like you got the connection to holler at some people, do something,
right?
Like, get together and be like, yo, you Oprah, sit down, you bullshitting.
Yeah.
This just makes it look like we're looking like clowns off this shit.
So if Snoop got to talk to Oprah privately or Gail privately, do you think Gail issues the apology?
Probably.
Good question.
No, probably not.
I don't think so.
Even if she apologized, I mean that she's genuine.
But she don't have to be genuine. The fact that she had to go back and make that statement publicly was more important than how Snoop handled and how he should have handled it privately. Whether she meant it or not, it's important. It's better that she had to come out and say, she needed to feel embarrassed for what she did because she did it publicly.
I agree.
Like it wasn't like she was having a conversation with Lisa Leslie and somebody stuck a microphone in there and then released it. She did an interview on her morning show,
right,
for the public to consume. So I think it's only right that people react publicly to it and force her to feel the way she felt. She deserved that embarrassment.
So she gave an apology.
Looked like clown for doing it.
Yeah, she pretty much just she did a IG live video or something like that, just pretty much explaining, CBS took that interview out of context and they made it like they blew it all out of proportion. This, that, and the third. So,
all right, let's see when she come on the morning show on Monday. If she always on the morning show, right?
Yeah, from
CBS.
I saw in a report. I think like the past 2 days she's been absent. Like
I bet.
Supposedly from
is this before or after she did her IG?
This is after, because I believe she was on there Thursday, but not Friday. But I'm gonna look up the video. But I'm just
but go ahead, Chris.
No, she apologized to appease the people. Some bullshit.
Right, and I was going to ask.
They're going to fall for it.
I was going to ask the question of, do y'all think Black people are too publicly emotional about controversy?
Very, very.
Yes, half of probably Black people watching these reality shows on VH1.
Well, yeah. What do you mean publicly? Like who?
I feel like.
Because my thing is, if public figures do something wrong, they have to be held accountable in the public.
This is true,
like
but
you can't privately chastise a public figure.
Right.
That's asinine. Yes,
I get that, but I mean, but just with anything. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Whether Gail is actually apologetic or not, it's not the point. She has to know she can't move like that publicly. I don't care if she really meant to apologize, but next time she won't do it again. I guarantee you that much. I guarantee you they'll have at least more of a reason to publicly chastise somebody than to just say that just to have questions they ask about Kobe, they won't just do it willy nilly.
Right.
So like if you're a public person and you do something publicly, you have to be held accountable in the public.
Right.
And
I agree with
meeting.
Right.
If you're a public person.
Right.
Because nothing's going to happen.
Now I agree with that 100%. But what I mean by like publicly emotional, it could be anything. Like if I got beef with Malcolm, instead of going to like you talked about earlier, like doing stuff in private. So if I got beef with you, why do I feel the need to put it on Instagram or Facebook to let everybody know my business?
And it'll be indirectly. It'll be indirectly.
Indirectly, right.
Yeah, but see, all right, that's different. I agree with that. Like, yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Right.
Because y'all two aren't, you know what I mean? Y'all aren't public figures. And even if y'all were public figures and y'all had a problem with each other.
Hey, we are public figures. We have a podcast.
All right, right. right. But as long as the problem wasn't public to begin with, then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you should definitely handle it differently.
Right. Because I don't know. I just feel like that's the problem with us. And this is another reason why we, year after year, there's no change or evolution in the Black culture.
People just looking for acceptance in that shit too.
And acceptance, validation.
Gonna make it
trendy, and everybody wants to have that quick come up off of some drama. So
that's crazy.
The reality shows that we watched, that was the template for everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, no, instead of being true humans about it and just coming to you like in a respectful manner privately or stuff like that, it's like, no, I'm gonna create some drama around this to get some buzz around my name so I can get a come up. Right. You know what I mean? I just really never understood that, because I mean, we have it in what we do on social media. All of our business that's not even supposed to be out there, we put it out there just to get that attention. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to play Gail's clip and just let me know what y'all think. This is from Inside Edition. I thought this was her video, but all right, sorry, that was the wrong clip. I'm gonna play this one. Here we go. All right. So that's her side of it. Thoughts?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I think maybe I would have a better take on it if I watched the whole interview, because I'm just trying to figure out how would it be put in a better context if we saw the whole interview. It seems like, I mean, either way, you went to that topic and you asked questions about it. It doesn't matter if you talk about your friendship first or anything first, but so I don't know. I guess maybe I'll go listen to the whole interview and maybe I'll have a different opinion. But right now, it's like like I said before, when he was retiring and transitioning to his other works, you wouldn't have asked him that then. So it just doesn't seem relevant now. If it wasn't relevant then, why? I mean, I understand he passed, but that was 2004 when everything was resolved with this court case. So it was like 16 years ago. Yeah. I mean, he's done a lot since then, even for women. He's been a big advocate for women in sports and stuff like that too. So it's like if you didn't feel the need to ask him that at all through the last 16 years, why ask her about it now and he can't defend himself?
I agree with that.
He can't give you an answer to those questions. Like you could have got it right from the source. Right. You could have asked him, how does this case and that, or how did that case affect how do you feel it will affect your legacy moving forward? And you never took the opportunity to ask him that question. So why ask other people that question?
And shoot, I remember when Allen Iverson was on CBS this morning. He was being interviewed about his documentary. Him and Kobe are great friends. Gail was interviewing him. That question never popped up with him. Right. Kobe was alive.
He would have ate her up.
Exactly. But so from the parental correspondent, aka mom, she was listening and she sent me a note saying that Gail is entitled. She once interviewed Chiwetel Ejiofor. I think that's how you say his last name.
I know, Ejiofor something. I think it's pronounced Ejiofor.
Ejiofor, okay.
I know you're talking about actor.
Yeah. And he asked if she could call him Chewy for short. Wow. He said no. Chiwetel is my name. She said she's too opinionated.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
I would agree, because it's like, for one, if I don't address myself as my full name, who gives you the right to? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, what am I saying?
Like you would allow someone else to give you the permission to say, exactly, my name is such and such, but you can call me. Right. You know what I mean? You don't ask somebody, well, can I call you this? You don't do that. They present themselves as what their name, and that's what you call them.
Exactly. Like, I don't go around calling myself, hey, my name is Christopher. I just say, hey, my name is Chris. But if I went around pronouncing myself as Christopher to everybody that I know, I'm expecting to be called Christopher. Right. Like, don't call me Chris or C. No. Call me Christopher. You know what I'm saying? Now, in response to Snoop, I'm not sure who this woman is by the name of Susan Rice. I guess she's like a journalist or whatever. But she responded to Snoop in a tweet. She says, this is despicable. Gayle King is one of the most principled, fair, and tough journalists alive. Snoop, back the fuck off. These are her words. You come for Gayle King, you come against an army, you will lose, and it won't be pretty. So my question is Snoop wrong for posting his video towards Gayle King, or is Susan Rice wrong for responding to Snoop?
I mean, I don't think he's wrong. I just think he could have worded it a little bit different. I think he could have did a little different, but I don't know what type of army is she talking about. Some of the white folks that she got behind her.
I would think so.
She's former national security advisor.
What?
Okay. Yeah. She's a former national security advisor.
We got a national security advisor worrying about this shit.
Right.
Yo.
I still say something.
Yeah. It's like I just said. It's entertainment, man. This shit is a joke.
So politics has become the new WWF.
Shit is a joke, bro.
But on a lighter note, Bill Cosby responded to Snoop by tweeting him, saying thank you. It's like, Any thoughts on that, fellas?
Can he see? I thought he was blind.
Right. Your man tweeting from the.
How about it?
Radisford.
Now
he's legally blind. Maybe he can see. I don't know, but
like, how do you tweet in Braille?
Right.
You know, he got a rap. Somebody out there.
Yeah, somebody.
It's like people tweet for
the
president
or something.
Yeah.
Like, no, but do you think people are tweeting for Trump, or is that Trump tweeting by himself?
It's someone's.
I don't know.
The way you be tweeting, I'll be like, this is how somebody. This is how like a slow 16-year-old would tweet, and that kind of matches up with Trump.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
any of us can tweet like Trump if we wanted to.
I think it might be hard to treat the way he does it. Like,
so we know how he is. Yeah. So it'd be easy to say something like Trump and tweet like Trump.
Yeah, if I was mimicking him.
But like all this shit is entertainment, man. Like,
yeah, that's the way I feel. Like, moving on to Trump, with his impeachment verdict, like he got acquitted.
Right.
For he was on trial for abuse of power, right?
Yeah.
And he got off. Are we surprised? What was the fix in?
Of course.
Did he had like who do you think he have in Congress that's like?
Well, all the Republicans who outnumber the Democrats in Congress.
Right. Oh, no, that's right. I'm thinking about the Senate. My bad.
Only one Republican voted for impeachment,
and that was Mitt Romney.
Yeah,
only one of them. So like what? Like I said, more entertainment, more bullshit. I don't know, why America is even wasting their time on it. But every time you wake up on your way to work, this is what they showing you. This is what they feeding you. Mm-hmm. Now he coming after Pelosi because she ripped up the paperwork. But you ain't supposed to do that though.
It was a speech.
Oh, sorry.
Up a copy
yeah.
When he came in to do the State of the Union,
she ripped up the paperwork. But you ain't supposed to do that though.
It was a speech.
Oh, sorry.
Up a copy
When
he came in to do the State of the Union, he hands the vice president and the speaker a copy of the speech, and that's what she tore up.
And she tore up. And you ain't supposed. That's against the law, I guess. So now he coming after her. He outs the other guy that testified against him.
Fired him.
They walked him out the White House.
And his brother.
He actually said now he's coming after everybody. I guess who came after him.
No, the most gangsters thing I've seen him say. It's like, so what are you going to do, amidst your victory against impeachment? All he said was, "You'll see."
Right.
Like, yo, he's gonna win again.
Yeah, like Trumpathon.
Like a landslide.
Trumpathon, bro.
Didn't it win another Democratic debate?
Last night.
It was last night?
Yeah.
Like, that's too late in the game for debates, man. It should be a candidate already. Or at least two. It should be down to like two candidates at least.
And then they got this Iowa situation where they can't figure out who won.
The Iowa caucus.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like we too far down the line to even be letting this go on. It's a shit show.
It is. But the Democrat in me wants to know, who do you think he has that's like changing things around? If he has someone in there changing things around, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what, like, I'm just saying, as far as like the votes or whatever, that's like he may have somebody in there that's causing the confusion on purpose.
Who you mean, Trump?
Yeah,
no, bro.
That's the Democrat in me saying.
This is what they do. They're all doing it. Mm-hmm. This is what they do. They're just stalling. This is what they do, bro. This is what they do. They're all a part of it. The only people that's probably not a part of it is people running for them. People running for presidency.
Oh yeah.
And if someone was to win, I would like to see Bernie win. Just because Bernie be talking this shit about everybody. He definitely want to see change. But isn't that what they say when they're running for presidency? And then get in there, to see change. And then get in there and it be the same old
thing. No, and I would have think like I haven't heard anything much from Bloomberg other than his commercials.
Right.
But everybody else is like, you see them all in the debates, but why is it now? Is Bloomberg? He's a Democrat or a Republican?
Democrat.
He's a Democrat. So how come he isn't in the debates?
I don't know. That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? But you see his commercials talking about, Bloomberg will get it done.
Yeah.
Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message. Bloomberg 2020. Where is he at?
Maybe you gotta have a certain amount of money to be
Bloomberg
participating. He got long money.
Yeah.
He got long.
So maybe it's something else going on.
So my question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how upset, surprised, let down will you be if Trump gets a second term?
I don't care. Like I don't care. None of this shit is affecting me.
And that's what I told my coworker. He asked me this question, and I'm like, I mean, no matter who's in office, it shouldn't stop me from progressing in my life. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the mirror's up at me, and I have to hold myself accountable for what I've done on this earth.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Emotionally invested in it, and it's sad. I see a lot of people, even the fact that people take sides.
Right.
When you all, at the end of the day, like you should know by now, like they all on the same gang. It's on the same club. When the TVs go off, the doors close.
Mm-hmm. It's all the Rothschilds.
They partying and shit.
They literally go on vacation together.
To the Rothschilds.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like
Rockefellers.
You really
they're the ones who's behind the curtain.
You really got to study human history, human government, and human like ancient civilizations, all that shit. Because I mean, I know like people don't like to go like, why do I go back in time? Why do I study those things? Because it shows you how we progress. How longer systems were set up, longer than we only been set up a couple hundred years, and it's failing right now.
And it shows you the patterns.
Right. Exactly.
There you go.
And then the same cycles. And it shows you like, these people had this organization set up like 10,000 years.
Right.
It was running smooth and perfect. Yeah, I mean, and we took a fraction of that and bastardized it. And our shit's about to fucking crumble.
Wow.
Within 100. Couple hundred. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel that we're literally living in a situation where if you look at the pattern, you study history, civilization is gonna fall soon.
Yeah.
Very soon. Yeah, I mean, if it's not war, technology, our own doing, the climate, you know what I'm saying? Everything is coming towards an apex. You know what I'm saying? If you look at tapes into the pattern. So it's like, that's the reason why I don't really care about what's going on right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I study history. I'm to the point right now, I'm trying to make my life and my family's like the best it can be, because if you know what's going on, it's a bunch of bullshit going on right now. You know
I agree. Antoine, on a scale of 1 to 10, how let down will you be if Trump gets a second term?
0.
I concur.
Like, I agree. Like it doesn't. Everybody's all in. They all in the same boat together. You know what I mean?
Right.
All the politicians they all work together. They're all related to the lobbyists. And they're all related to the people that work in the media.
Right.
Everybody's in on it except for the average person. It's just a circus. They all know it's a circus. And the only people that think it's real are
the common folks.
Yeah. The peasants.
The peasants. The bottom feeders, right?
All
right, well.
The people who actually control like society, but don't really understand the power that we possess.
Ain't that amazing? I remember Aries Spears said it, like, white people played the best Jedi mind trick on us.
Right.
You know, it's like the things that we've created, we've developed out of nothing. They take it and then turn around to us and saying, hey, what you're doing is bad. You know what I mean? Even though we've been doing the same things over and over and over again for years, and then here they come, they take it and then they say it is bad for us to do it, but they can do it.
Listen, the proof is in the pudding. Our power and the secrets and what's happened is all in books. So it will really tell you
that's all.
Listen, it is. I read a book and it broke down what fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? Like literally just broke down what happened.
Right.
And it makes sense. A lot of shit.
Now, what do you mean by what happened? What that you're talking about?
As far as that happened at the Tower of Babel and how after that the world was put into confusion with the language. You know what I'm saying?
And they created time.
That's how Babel and Hebrew is confusion. What they did with the language, they confused us. They separated ourselves, confused us. Because words have a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? A lot of more power than you think.
Don't forget time.
And just with the words, they created the whole illusion of time.
Ain't that crazy?
Time, you know what I mean? So
because they don't talk about the clock in the Bible.
No, I mean it's
but I think for
the clock back then.
I think
that's all. They everything in the Bible is based off of astrology, but they say that astrology is the devil.
Yeah, but
but Matt, continue what you were getting ready to say.
No, I wasn't about to say anything. I was agreeing with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Well, about to go on a rabbit hole. I'm good.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But I will say, just word to the wise: go to Amazon, stock up on ammo.
They gonna deliver ammo to your house?
Why wouldn't they?
I'm asking you. I'm not. They do?
Yeah.
You did it?
Yeah.
For real?
Through Walmart. Because they can't. They're not selling ammo in Walmart anymore.
And also, just Google Philly gun shows. They have gun shows up at Oaks and at the
every month.
Every month.
Every month.
You can go there and buy whatever you want. The only you gotta do is have an ID, and I can get whatever. Listen, if people be scared, like I'm gonna get something, it's illegal. What do you want? To be alive? What are you worried about more?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself.
And that's what I was getting ready to say to clarify as far as loading up with ammo and arming yourselves. You have to protect your home. Yeah. You have to protect yourself. Like I'm not talking about going in and doing mass killings. I do not condone that. But all I'm saying is self-defense. That's all it is. Because at the end of the day,
y'all niggas gonna get an M16 and kill everybody in this motherfucker.
No, I will not.
I'm just saying I can see a scenario. I can see a scenario where we all chilling and y'all got you say y'all just hypothetically, right? Because you gotta be trained to use a lot of weapons.
You gotta be emotionally, mentally sane too.
Yeah, like, that too. True. But I mean, you gotta be trained to shoot these weapons too. So I can just see some funny shit happen. If somebody ran in the crib, niggas had an M16.
With no clip in it.
It's like a clip right fall out when you pull the trigger and shit. Like, yo. No, but I think one day we need to plan to save some money up to go out there and spend some bread. Right, you know what I'm saying? Because we can have it in the house. Ain't like you're gonna be carrying this shit around.
No, not at all.
But I remember a couple years ago they were talking about how all these militias is forming in the Midwest.
I'm not surprised.
And they got a lot of militias in Virginia, West Virginia.
As soon as you leave the city limits, that's where the militias is popping at.
And they was talking about, I seen the video where they was talking about how they not selling any ammo anymore because they working on trying to take the guns away.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be easier if we stop selling ammo to people and we take the guns away. They won't have no way to defend themselves. As far as having weapons.
That's it.
And that'd be scary.
But you ain't. That's not stopping people that really just want to be violent stuff.
No, but that's I said with that's why I said with weapons. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I want to go to the coronavirus and we'll come back to the Sixers. Because I mean, just with everything that's going on. So it's coronavirus.
Yeah. We said it's deadlier than SARS now.
But the symptoms ain't nothing but a common cold or a flu.
And they said you could be asymptomatic for like up to 14 days.
Right.
So you might not you won't have any symptoms. You won't feel sick or anything, but you can have the coronavirus.
Has anyone died in the U.S. yet from it?
Yes.
Where?
Allegedly.
I forgot where though. I think I just seen it. It said I think the first U.S. citizen died today, I believe.
Now, I thought I saw something that said
I could be wrong.
That the first case reached Delaware.
Oh shit! Wow.
What? Don't say it's in Philly.
No.
Oh
no! I was saying wow.
That's why I said that the first case reached Delaware. But my thing is this: is this another scare tactic to get more people to get the flu shot?
But a flu vaccine
ain't gonna help you with this.
Who knows? But this is that's what they say, that it does, like the flu shot doesn't cover something like this.
Yeah, but I don't think this is an effort to get. It might be another scare technique, but not to get the flu shot. But what I will say is, it won't even matter. You know why? Because half of the country is malnourished anyway. So you need your immune system. And then imagine everybody. I'm gonna throw this right here. Imagine everybody that was drinking lean, right? All these people getting high off pills, drinking lean. What you're really doing is you setting your immune system up to be in overdrive already when you're not even sick. Yeah. So when you do get sick, see, that's what happened in real life with basketball. You can't make shots. But anyway, when you do get sick, what's going to happen? Nothing. You're going to die quick.
Right.
Your immune system won't be able to fight back.
Yeah.
So maybe this isn't a scare tactic. Maybe this is just, maybe it is another scare tactic, but it's really happening though. A lot of people are dying, and allegedly we up to like what, 200 something, 300 something?
No,
18,000. 18,000 are dead,
bro. They just shut down,
bro. Time out, hold up.
In China,
the whole city down. Nobody's in the
18,000 people are dead.
No, 18,000 cases.
Oh, okay, cool.
How many? I'm hearing those numbers they lied about the numbers. It's more.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah, they shut a whole city down. Whole city.
Yo, listen, look.
That's crazy.
If go ahead,
my fault. Now I know somebody just came from China.
What?
He was over there. He was helping them like play basketball and stuff. He played college ball and everything. And he said it wasn't that bad. He was like, it wasn't as bad as I think he just came back like last week.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it's not. He said it's not as crazy as they saying it is.
Right.
And you hear what the numbers are, like what you just said.
Yeah.
And I heard from I forgot what I was watching, where they said the numbers are actually inflated. So it's of course the media gonna take.
Who are you gonna trust?
A media tactic. It's called a media tactic.
Not distracting because they said it's been around for a while. They put it in actual.
It's a Lysol.
But this they say no. It's
so they have a patent on it.
Look on the back of it.
Yeah.
So it's man-made. It's not natural. It's man-made.
What happens with viruses, Chris? I know you're confused.
Jesus.
They mutate. So this is a coronavirus / blah 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 blah.
Meanwhile, we have Antoine running through tissues right now.
Yo, and he said his man just came back. Are you telling us something subliminally, cuz?
He's always in California.
Oh, okay. Say less. Is this the bull? Say less.
They got people walking around with face masks, and the face mask ain't gonna protect you.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's called a
Trust me, they
coronavirus.
all in my building. All them Asian folks in my building with face masks on. I'm just laughing.
In my opinion, this feels like
SARS.
No, this feels like the fear toxin that Scarecrow has in Batman.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like this is.
That's what fear is in general. It's false. It's not even
And look,
real. It's
false emotions of being real.
Yo,
right.
It's so crazy that if we spend more time reading and looking back on just not too deep in history, but just reading on certain topics, you'll understand like
do you know that Cleopatra? We're closer to Cleopatra than Cleopatra is to the beginning of the pyramids.
For real?
That's how
Yo, I know. Ain't that crazy?
Wow. We're fucking up.
We'll get on that.
We'll
get on that in a second, Mark. Because you know what's crazy about that shit?
A lot of people don't even know that.
It's a guy, I forgot his name. He's breaking about the timeline down, how they really got us thinking like we thousands of years from shit when we just it's not even that long ago. But look, back to the scare tactics, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got the shamans, people that do in the jungles that do rituals and stuff, even with the Africans and stuff. Yeah. They'll get you well just by chanting.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
It's energy. So
where's the power?
Trance state under vibration.
Right.
That's
so even with the scare tactic, now you're being scared, you fear. Mm-hmm. So it's like you kind of you're thinking you got it, you become it.
Yeah.
How about
that whatchamacallit?
It don't happen like over.
Effect.
Yeah, it don't. Isn't that crazy? The placebo effect. When they was, you heard about that? When they'll give you a pill and it was nothing in it, a sugar pill. When you thinking you're getting better, but it's the mind is making you better.
This is how that's how powerful the mind is. Yeah. It's like you can really. I don't want to say think yourself better.
No, that's what you're doing though.
You think yourself.
Isn't that some
thinking plus other stuff that help that trip? You know what I mean?
Isn't that some God body shit though?
Yeah,
are we gods or aren't we gods?
Bro, just think about this. Everything that you're experiencing right now is from your mind. That's it.
Right.
Everything is right now you're experiencing.
Ain't that crazy though? I'll take a sugar pill. I'm sick as a dog. You sick as a dog. You actually taking the meds.
Right. I'm
taking the placebo pill. I'm taking the same thing as you, but it's a sugar pill and I get better. And they got pills. They got a placebo effect that's the total opposite.
Yeah.
What's that called? Something placebo? It's a word before placebo. It's to help you. It's to make you get worse. Did you know that?
A reverse?
Yup.
They still do that now too. And I think in every bottle of medicine is like 1 or 2 that aren't real.
Oh wow.
All that shit probably not real.
So you mean to tell me the whole time my mom been taking Benadryl?
And it's all in her head.
It's been sugar.
It's in your head.
Mama?
Look at it. Look. For real. Give Aunt one of them Jones.
Man, listen. Them sugar pills will have you somewhere over the rainbow. You talking about
Benadryl?
Benadryl. Oh my goodness. Some of the best sleep you'll ever have in your life.
You love sleeping.
I do.
I do. Over the rainbow, I highly suggest.
No, we're not doing shrooms, Malcolm. I can't.
Anybody try this?
I can't.
I highly suggest.
I can't do it.
Just take a small dosage.
Listen, you want to meet God or what the creator that you have in your mind? Take shroom, take a pen and pad, and wait 45 minutes.
And then
you might create, and you real creative too.
If you think the mind is incredible now, nigga.
Hey,
nigga.
And you're real creative. You might come up with a whole motherfucking portfolio.
I feel like it was Professor X.
No, listen. The farm raised chicken that I partake in made me do a documentary by myself.
The farm raised chicken.
The herbal, the weed. In this house, we call it farm raised chicken.
Okay, gotcha.
I was completely lost.
The farm raised chicken.
Yeah, in my house, we
there's some
we
gas.
refer to weed as farm raised chicken.
But you know that's more healthier than any other thing. You know what I'm saying? And it says it tells you it clears it fixes depression. All that.
Yo, did you know?
I'm very happy.
I always go back to every time Malcolm talk about like the mushrooms and stuff, because like I always was like, I would never do no shit like that before, but once I heard Steve Jobs say everybody should take an acid trip,
wait,
I was like, you know what?
Let me set the mood.
There we go.
I was like,
there we go. Right, come on.
Once I heard Steve Jobs say that, I'm like, you know what? Maybe
you want to try it one day. I'm scared.
But maybe maybe it's not that bad though. I don't know. I'm not there yet.
It was one of the most. And this is last week. It was one of the most incredible experiences I ever had in my life.
I'm scared.
You know, that's the thing. Is you understand your mind. Don't even do it then.
I understand.
In order to do it, it's mental. It affects you have to be on the right mind state. You got to go into it and be like, I'm gonna sit in a dark room, isolate myself.
See, I'm
gonna go inside of myself.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. No, you know what?
You become one with your spirit and shit like that.
I'm gonna be real. For a beginner to do something like that, I think they should be like in Tennicum, around nature.
You got
No. I don't think a beginner should be in a dark room, because what happens is you go through a panic phase. You always go through the panic phase.
Well, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened last week.
Yeah, I ain't trying to see I'm not trying to have a conversation with myself like I'm Antoine and I'm me. But I can't do that.
Let me tell you what happened and what the process is.
I know they say, when the opposite side of terror is bliss. I get it.
Yeah, but that's what it actually does. It literally feels like you're about to die. You know what I mean? You want to feel like you're about to die while you're living.
Malcolm being dramatic, man. Malcolm just being dramatic.
I feel like I'm about to die,
he is highly spiritual.
I'm not trying to wind up in Debo Pigeon Coop sweating like a
sword. Exactly.
It's not like that, but pretty much it breaks you down. So it's like, all right,
you're sitting there in the cage with Blue.
Right.
Be like, how the fuck did you fit in there, cuz? Yo, he got in the cage with Blue.
Right. Get up my bed.
No, but I think what Malcolm is saying is like what Antoine just said. If someone like Steve Jobs is saying you should do something like that, and I believe that Terrence McKenna is a guy who did studies on psilocybin and always should take large doses, and he brings up Steve Jobs.
Now, what is psilocybin?
That's what actually gets you to get to that state.
And then you have to do research on mushrooms. Understand that mushrooms are the first organisms on this planet, and that we actually come from mushrooms and that whole process. But
I thought we evolved from dust.
We evolved from that organism. Yeah, that's what they write down in dust. But we come from that organism, the mushroom.
I thought we came from clay.
No, you can Google right now. They'll show you that we made the same composition.
Or do we come from Mars, my nigga? I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
These are the things they tell us, but we don't know what's going on.
Oh, God.
But I do know.
I do think they were made up of everything that is on this planet.
Maybe we're just made up of the universe.
Yeah,
but
much.
Is it really a universe?
This is a big mind.
Yeah. That's the next question.
Yeah.
How do we go from
to the Sixers?
To the Sixers. How do we do that? How do we transition? Do we have to take a break? Well, you know what? Yeah, because we're at an hour.
Yeah,
so we'll take a break.
Rachel, you've been slacking on your breaks lately. You've been at like an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours. Okay, Chris, go ahead. Go to break.
You know why? Because we got Marathon Matt over here that don't know how to shut up.
Yeah, Marathon Matt. I like that, because that's MM2. Chris, you just started something. You fucked up.
Boom goes
Marathon Matt.
It's the No Vaseline podcast. We're going to take a break.
Hold up, I got something else to say.
We'll be right back, man.
Here, well.
Y'all stupid as shit.
I know, right?
God.
Jesus.
We evolved from mushrooms.
Hey, that's what I'm hearing.
But we don't know where the fuck we come from.
Yeah,
we was probably building a lab somewhere.
You know what was crazy, bro? Is that I was reading and it was talking about how
Jesus,
how long we've been here,
right.
Which is crazy. It was like before the flood. That was like before the flood was the people that survived the flood the Great Disaster, they had like the intelligence, they had the knowledge to do all sorts of things. Those people, they passed it on. But before the people, the rest of you that died had that knowledge too. They just died. That was a whole crazy thing. And before that, there was like a solar system, solar shit happened.
Yeah,
and the sun had fucked us up, and that was like 15,000 years before that. You know what I mean, yeah, and they found this out due to like digging in like the glaciers and doing some type of test of the glaciers and digging something. It was like 2 miles down of sediment. You know what I mean, it built up from the original surface.
Right.
Before, yeah, I mean, that's 2 miles.
Ain't that crazy?
And, yeah, I mean, a plane in the air is only what, 15,000 feet?
No, they go to 30,000.
30,000. So that's like.
And guess what? At 30,000 feet, a city is the size of like a pea.
Yeah.
So, and that's only 30,000 feet.
Yeah.
People that's why it blew my mind when they showing these not hot air balloons. Well, they'll show like a weather balloon go with a GoPro camera.
Yeah.
And that shit like at 172,000, and it just at that height is crazy. You don't see anything but just shit be flat.
What?
That's crazy.
Your sister inside.
Oh.
I'm coming over.
That shit crazy. That shit is crazy. Like the other day, like 2 weeks ago, right? I went outside the break real quick, and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, and the moon is still out.
It's not always there.
Huh?
You see the moon.
Exactly. So that is going to show you that the moon's supposed to be somewhere over in Russia, China somewhere. Ain't nobody listening.
I was reading they talking about, the Tower of Babel. That was like,
What era was this?
Allegory. Biblical times. Okay. You know what I mean? That's what happens when they separate the different tribes, the race and the perspective. You know what I mean? Everybody was with the brown, the tan, little pale.
Right.
And they explain why white people
I got Benadryls right there.
Secret. You know what I'm saying?
That's
What you mean?
I know.
It's a genetic mutation.
Right, exactly.
It's an isolated genetic
Me and my
mutation.
wife going out to dinner.
They come from a certain race of people.
Sorry.
Right.
That's why they look. That's why they look so different from albinos. Because
Yeah, I have to take 2 nowadays.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If
Certain race
one,
of black people. So
I'm like, I'm good. 2 men be like,
That's why
the Dravidians.
Yeah, if I know about
Dravidians.
Yeah.
Yo, that's why they got it.
sorry.
It's so much knowledge in these books.
chewing gum.
Yo,
So
No,
you-
allergies. But
I was reading. I only read for like an hour, and I was like, I got so much out of the
yeah,
book.
like I don't know what the chewing effect does, but it helps.
It's a placebo effect.
And they came down and they
No, it's not
changed
placebo. It's something about chewing in your sinuses.
Because it's the jaw and
the Tower of
Like-
Babel. They changed.
Yeah, there might be
they
still,
changed
but
language,
you can get
they
your chew
changed,
on it. It might help
It was creating
Okay.
different belief systems.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, I have to
it
chew
was
it
the Tower
every
of Babel.
morning.
Babel means confusion in Hebrew. So pretty much bring confusion to the groups of the 4 corners
That
of the earth.
sounds good though.
So bringing a tower of confusion.
Not even a tower, but
Yeah.
bring
I mean,
confusion.
you know, that
The
works.
leadership bring confusion. The
Helps me
tower being the
sometimes.
top.
Right.
Bring
Because
confusion
if
to
you ever
every
watch
4 corners
when
of the
you're
earth.